Problem number 9. The following accounting information and the financial ratios of PQR Limited related to the year ended 31st December 2016. Gross profit 15% of sales. Net profit 8% of sales. Raw material consumed 20% of COGS. Direct wages 10% of COGS. Stock of raw material 3 months usage. Stock of finished goods 6% of works cost. Debt collection period 60 days. All sales are credit basis. Financial ratios. Fixed assets to sales 1:3. Fixed assets to current assets 13:11. Current ratio 2:1. Long-term loans to current liabilities 2:1. Capital to reserves and surplus 1:4. With the value of fixed assets as on 31st December 2016 amounted to 26 lakhs. Prepare a summarized profit and loss account and balance sheet as on 31st December 2016. Same concept. In the previous problem, both trading and P&L and balance sheets were prepared. Similarly, in this question, P&L and balance sheet has to be prepared. Then, first, identify the components which has to be shown in the asset side and liability side. So, they have given financial ratios, fixed assets to sales. So, asset side we have fixed assets to current assets. There are current assets. Current ratio, if you have the current assets and with the help of current ratio, you can find current liabilities, fixed assets and current assets, current liabilities. Long-term loan to current liabilities. Again, in liability side, we have long-term loan. Capital to reserves and surplus. So, share capital and reserves and surplus. So, we have to segregate the equity into capital and reserves. The ratio is 1:4. If the value of fixed assets as on 31st December 2016 amounted to 26 lakhs. So, the amount of fixed assets have been given. So, then you have to prepare the rest of the balance sheet. Then, what about P&L account? So, they have given fixed assets to sales ratio. With the help, the sales can be calculated. The same should be credited to trading account. So, they stated that the gross profit was 15% of sales. So, sales minus gross profit is equal to COGS. That COGS means cost of goods sold. That COGS consisting of raw material, wages and expenses. So, they are saying raw material 20% of COGS, wages 10% of COGS. That means the balance 70% of COGS being other expenses. That means direct expenses. Like that, trading account is closed by disclosing these items. Credit this to P&L account by gross profit. They have given the net profit 8% of sales. Gross profit minus net profit. So, the difference being the operating expenses, take it as balanced figure. This is how we should prepare the trading profit and loss account as well as balance sheet. Problem number 9. We'll start with workings. Sales. Fixed assets to sales 1:3. Therefore, sales is equal to 3 times of current level, 3 times of fixed assets. Fixed assets to current assets 13:1. So we know the value of fixed assets. Find out current assets. If 26 lakhs equal to 13 rupees, then 11 rupees would be 22 lakhs. Note 3. Current liabilities. Current ratio is equal to current assets to current liabilities. 2:1. $11 lakhs. So long-term loan to current liabilities. Note 4. So they are given that long-term loan to current liabilities is equal to 2:1. So current liabilities ascertained here 11 lakhs. If 11 lakhs equal to 1 rupee, long-term loan is equal to 11 lakhs into 2, 22 lakhs. Note 5. Share capital and reserves and surplus. See, listen. Fixed assets plus current assets is equal to total assets. You know that. Total assets is equal to total liabilities. Total liabilities comprises of share capital plus reserves and surplus plus long-term loan plus current liabilities. We don't know this value, but we know these two values. Share capital plus reserves and surplus, that case equal to, what is the value of fixed assets? 26 lakhs. What is the value of current assets? 22 lakhs. 48 lakhs minus long term loan 22 lakhs minus current liability. Total assets is equal to fixed assets plus current assets. 48 lakhs. So total liabilities is equal to share capital plus reserves and surplus plus long term loan plus current liabilities. 48 lakhs is equal to share capital plus reserves and surplus 22 lakhs plus 11 lakhs. 33 lakhs. Lakhs. One is to 4. Three lakhs, 12 lakhs. This is how share capital and reserves and surplus has to be accepted. The debtors collection period. Note 5, Note 6. Debtors. Debtors is equal to 60 days credit sales. So number of days in a year. Sales and 78 lakhs. Next, Note 7. $66.3 lakhs. So COGS comprises of raw material, wages, direct expenses. $15.26 lakhs. So this is balancing figure 46.41 lakhs. Just go through the balance sheet. Fixed assets given 26 lakh. Current assets stock inventory, debtors, cash balance. Total 22 lakhs, 48 lakhs. Current liabilities 11 lakhs, long term loan 22 lakhs, share capital and reserves and surplus. $3 lakhs, 12 lakhs. So debtors balance has been ascertained. $13 lakhs. If I know the cash balance, inventory is the balance figure. If I know the inventory, then the cash is the balance figure. Inventory inventory comprises of raw material, work in progress and finished goods. In the previous problems, we saw stock only, that means finished stock only. The term stock is different from inventory. For a trader, stock is the input, stock is the output. For a manufacturer, stock is different, finished goods is different. For example, if you take a car manufacturer, the tires, wheels, engine, etc. are the inputs. Then they build or assemble that car using their manufacturing facilities. Finally, they got output. So that output what we call as finished good. For a manufacturer, they have some raw materials, some processed goods, and finally final product. So first raw material. Raw material is equal to 20% of stock of raw material is equal to 3 months usage. See, you are consuming 13,26,000 worth of material for production. So 13,26,000 is the requirement for 12 months. Then if you want to produce or if you want to hold stock equivalent to 3 months consumption, that is 13.26. 3.315 lakhs. Stock of finished goods. 6% of works cost or COGS. See, works cost as per cost records is equal to raw material, wages plus factory overheads. So in finance, these three expenses are charged to trading account. So the debit side of trading account is nothing but works cost. In accounts, the debit side of trading account, we call it as COGS. That's why COGS as per accounts is equal to works cost as per cost goods. $3.798 lakhs. $7.293 lakhs. 7.293 lakhs. Plus 13 minus 20. 1.707 balance. By sales 78 lakhs. To gross profit, to raw material consumed, to wages, to expenses. $13.26, 6.63. 46.41. $46.41. $46.41 plus 63 plus 15.26, 7.7 lakhs. By gross profit, 11.7 lakhs to net profit. So net profit 8% of 6. $78 lakhs into 8%. 6.24 lakhs. So other expenses are 5.46 lakhs. Problem number 10. X Limited is a dealer in automobile components. While preparing the financial statements, it was discovered that a substantial portion of the record was missing. However, the accountant was able to gather the following data. The company, which is a dealer in automobile components, has lost substantial portion of the accounting records. However, the accountant of the company has gathered the following information. So, from the asset side, land 1,20,000. The value was known. Plant and machinery at cost, that is cost we don't know. Amount of depreciation provided we don't know. The closing WDV has to be ascertained. Similarly, current assets consisting of 3: stock, debtors and cash and bank. The share capital of the company is rupees 2 lakhs. General ledger opening balance 60,000 and transferred during the year we don't know. Secured loans 15% loan. Current liabilities, creditors, provision for tax, proposed dividend. So the total was 2 lakhs. So the amount of current liabilities total 2 lakhs, but the amount of current assets individually as well as a whole we don't know. The following additional information is provided to you. Current ratio 2 times. Cash and bank 30% of the current assets. Debtors velocity 12 times. That is debtors turnover ratio. Stock velocity, that is stock turnover ratio 12 times. Creditors velocity 12 times. See, velocity is always expressed in days, months, etc. But when you have information in times and they are saying that as a velocity, then you must take it as a turnover. Gross profit 25%, dividend proposed 20%, tax rate 1/3, debt service coverage ratio 1 time, interest coverage ratio 3 times interest on the balance of loan outstanding, selling and distribution, that is operating expenses 1,80,000, depreciation rate 40%. Cost of goods sold does not include depreciation. So cost of goods sold does not include depreciation means no part of the depreciation is related to production. Then if there is no depreciation, yes, there is a depreciation, but that depreciation might be belongs to administration or belongs to selling and distribution. On the basis of above information, you are required to complete the balance sheet as on 31st March 2001. So this is the final balance sheet. So now we have to ascertain plant and machinery original cost, depreciation there are 2 workings, stock amount, debtors amount, cash and bank 3, 4, 5 workings. 15% loan, creditors, provision for tax, proposed dividend, the amount of profit transferred during the year. So these items has to be ascertained by using the following information. See, we know current liabilities, we know current ratio. If you interlink these two, you will get the current assets. So therefore, total current assets are 4 lakhs. So cash and bank balance, 30% of total current assets. Lakh 20,000. Next, debtors, sales by debtors, but we don't know sales value, we don't know debtors value. Stock, COGS by stock. We don't know COGS, we don't know stock. Creditors velocity, COGS to creditors. We don't know COGS, we don't know creditors. So gross profit, proposed dividend. So we can find the proposed dividend because it is always provided on the share capital. So you have an equity capital of 2 lakhs. 2 lakhs into 20%. Tax rate, no taxable income, no use. Debt service coverage ratio, no information. Interest coverage ratio, EBIT divided by interest, we don't have any EBIT information or interest information. So depreciation rate, we don't know the cost of asset and selling and distribution. So to move further, either we need COGS or sales from the given data. Then how to find sales or how to find COGS? Right now we have current liabilities, current assets information and cash information, except that we don't have any other information. But we can say that the total current assets were 4 lakhs. Out of that, the stock balance was, cash balance was 30%. 4 lakhs into 30% means 1,20,000. The rest of the current assets are stock and debtors. Their total was 2,80,000. We know that point. That's all. See, stock velocity is given debtors velocity is given. Debtors velocity, sales by debtors, stock velocity, COGS by stock. See, can I write like this? Stock velocity 12 times. COGS by stock is equal to 12 by 1. Stock is equal to COGS by 12. Stock is debtors. Sales by debtors is equal to 12 by 1. Debtors is equal to sales by 12. Now, current assets consisting of stock plus debtors plus cash. This total being 4 lakhs. Stock plus debtors is equal to 4 lakhs minus 1,20,000. If you deduct these two, the stock plus debtors amount is ascertained as 2,80,000. Stock is equal to COGS by 12 plus sales by 12. Debtors is equal to sales by 12 is equal to 2,80,000. Sir, how did you equate this? See, so you must recollect this point in the final exam, otherwise you can't move even 1 inch in the problem. So COGS plus sales is equal to 2,80,000 into 12, 33,60,000. Now I have one equation, 33,60,000. If I want to move further, I need either COGS data or sales data. Gross profit ratio is given in the problem. What is the gross profit ratio? 25%. COGS is equal to 75%. 75% of what? 75% of sales. 0.75 sales plus sales is equal to 33,60,000. Sales is equal to so gross profit ratio is equal to 25% or COGS is equal to 75% of sales. So 1.75 sales is equal to 33,60,000. Sales is equal to 19,20,000. COGS is equal to 14,40,000, being 75% of sales. So this is how these two were. Next, substitute these values. $19,20,000. $14,40,000 divided by 12. 1,20,000. It was 19,20,000 divided by 12. 1,60,000. So if you add these two, the total would be 2,80,000. Next working. Note 5 is over. Note 6. Creditors. One lakh 20,000. Stock is over, creditors is over, gross profit is also over, proposed dividend over. Balance sheet. I'm just recording the data which is available as of now. Land 1,20,000 given. Plant and machinery we don't know, depreciation we don't know. If you know these two items, net will be recorded. In the current assets side, we know the stock balance, we know the debtors balance, but we don't know cash. The total current assets are no. Cash balance was first computed 1,20,000, stock 1,20,000, debtors 1,60,000. 4. So creditors 1,20,000. Proposed dividend. So this is balance sheet figure. How much? 40,000. %15 loan. We don't know. General ledger. Opening balance 60,000. Add transfer during the year. We don't know. Share capital 2 lakhs. So these items are required to be calculated. No. Note 7. Income statement. We know the sales value 19,20,000. We know the COGS value 14,40,000. Gross profit 19,20,000 into 4,80,000. Less selling and distribution overheads 1,80,000. So this does not include depreciation. Just clearly mentioned that PBDT 3 lakhs. Then you have to deduct depreciation from here. Now you have PBT less tax. You have PAT, from where you are proposing dividend. One more point is missing here. We have debt. So this is PBDIT. If you deduct interest, you will get PBDT. If you deduct depreciation, you will get PBT. If you deduct tax thereon, you will get PAT. If you deduct proposed dividend, this is the profit transferred to generals. So we know the tax amount. $40,000 and the tax rate. If it is 100, 33.33 rupees paid as tax. Now you have 66.67 rupees, 230. This 33.33 is equal to 40,000. So 40,000 divided by 1,20,000. This is 80,000. Less depreciation, less interest. Now we are stopping here. Next. That is note number 8. Note 9. EBIT. EBIT by interest. This is 3 by 1. Or EBIT to interest is equal to 2 by 1. Interest is equal to EBIT is equal to EBT plus interest. So you have to add the interest to EBT. What is your EBT? Like 80,000, 60,000. So this depreciation is the balance figure. Note 9 is completed. Now you can finish this. So dividend proposed was 40,000. The amount transferred to P&L account 40,000.